Brother Wrath. Is that you?
Brother Hatred, you made it.
Yes, I made it. By the name of the sun. This place, it's unholy. Wrong. How? I mean, how can this be our path to transcendence?
Are you doubting the Father?
What? No, of course not. Forgive me, brother. I just don't know what to think or feel anymore. But look, that must be it, right? The room of paintings. We made it, brother. We made the Father
Yeah, you made him proud. Piece of shit. The portal. Yes, it fits the description. Come, let's take a closer look. Do you feel that? This power, it's... Wait. Did you hear that?
Aren't we beautiful?
Holy shit. Look out! By the name of the sun. What was that? Yes, but that voice, it sounded like rathaan. Either way, we can't afford to take a break. Come on, let's place the rune to call the Father. All right. Ready. Nervous? Bullshit. I'm looking forward to what comes next. That's all. We stick to the plan. We cast the spell and contact the Father as he asked us to. Once he steps through the portal, I will cast a banishing spell to close it and prevent him from calling back up. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. No, just give it everything you've got. It won't be an easy fight, you can be sure of that. If you must. Father? Father!
Brother Wrath, were you successful?
Yes, Father. We found the room.
Good. Who's with you?
Only the mercenary and I. All the others are dead. At least I think so. I have not seen them.
That is regrettable. Well then, we are stepping through.
We?
Brother Sorrow and I. Ah, and Tharael.
Yes?
I am proud of you.
You were right, Father.
It appears so.
What do you mean?
Only that your mercenary friend over there told the truth. You've gone astray and are plotting my murder.
What? But...
Did you really think we wouldn't notice? After how little effort your friend put into maintaining his cover. The lack of respect for the Rallis, the obvious lies, the list goes on. You know how wary we are of outsiders. No stranger in his right mind would have acted like that in our own temple.
Then,
Correct. After his little journey into the Dark Valley, I confronted him, and he gave you up.
no, how could I be so blind? But, of course, nice try, really. I almost fell for it.
As you wish. But allow me a question. Why? Why betray me? Can you also not see them anymore? The faces? Do you also feel a sense of estrangement? As if something about you is inherently wrong?
What?
I should have known. You were losing your mind, just as Sister Pride did. That's why you lured me here, isn't it? In your madness, you want to kill me.
Nonsense! You're here to finally pay for what you did. Children, damn it! They were children! Wilma, Detlef, Sarah, Taurus, Letho. And you couldn't care less. We were just material for you. Human material for your fucking experiments!
That is enough. I will kill them, Father.
No, wait. You remember. You remember what was before. No, don't say anything. You do. By the name of the sun, this is fascinating. But I suppose I should have seen it coming. You always were my masterpiece.
Masterpiece?
You are right, Tharael. I did experiment upon children because they are special. And yes, some of you died in my laboratory. But they would have died anyway. Oh, isn't it obvious? Their minds, their spirits, they are fresher, untarnished, faster to adapt. Traits that are indispensable for my work. No, because they were sick. If you remember your past, Tharael, do you also remember that cough you had? Detlef, Wilma, Sarah, Letho, and you. You were all affected by the foulness, a disease transmitted by rats in the Undercity. Children are especially susceptible to it, and it is always lethal.
Lies. Nothing but lies.
Not yet. Believe me or not, it's the truth. However, I didn't intend to heal them, at least not by conventional method. There is no cure for foulness. Do you remember that first conversation we had, mercenary? Where I told you about the Relata's ultimate goal? Correct. Before I found out about the Room of Paintings, I conducted a lot of experiments through which I hoped to find a way to achieve it. The dying children were a part of it. My goal was to give them a new artificial vessel to cheat death. Yes, to extract their souls and plant them inside another body. The Pyreans did something similar by binding spirits to objects or places, so I tried to apply the same principle in my experiments. Transfer the soul of the dying child into an artificial body. It never worked, however. The soul always lost its identity upon extraction, degenerated into pure magical energy. Eventually, however, I had a breakthrough. Not only did I manage to extract a child's soul, I was also able to transfer it into a simulacrum. At first, it all seemed perfect, and I was raptured. The children simply fell asleep and awoke inside a new body. Empathy, empathy. How is it relevant? Ultimately, it's actions that matter and not words or intentions. You see, above all, I am a scientist. It was never my intention to make this world a better place, but neither was it to inflict suffering. The children advanced my research, and I offered them a second chance at life. That is more than all those empathetic people in art were willing to give them. You say that as if it were a crime. She knew they were doomed, so she had two choices: dig their graves in the backyard, or give them another shot at life. One which I, on top of that, generously paid her for. No, Yesha Shagun was a good person, better than I ever was. I created them. Do not ask for details. It is a complicated process you would not be able to understand without my knowledge. But no, they were not real bodies, nor were they made from them, if that is what you are wondering. Yes, I needed to find out if it existed, and if so, about its relationship to the body. I thought this would get me closer to doing what Dal Galong had done. I was wrong, but I did not know that. Yes, I call it the estrangement. The transferred soul somehow begins to realize that something is wrong, which at first manifests in moments of confusion, and finally in the inability to see faces. Sister Pride, yes. She was one of my last creations before I gave up my endeavor entirely. Most of the children died days or weeks after the transfer, save for 3 exceptions: Brother Sorrow, Sister Pride, and Brother Wrath. Yes, Tharael, you heard right. You are my creation, my child. At first I thought your transfer had failed, so I disposed of your flesh. But then, 8 years later, there you stood, in front of the temple, in your right mind, and showing no signs of the estrangement. Sister Pride reappeared too. Both of you had somehow found your ways back to your creator. I was moved.
Child. All right. Oh, that was a nice story, but I think I've heard enough. Do you see this knife, Father? I'm gonna drive it deep into your throat. And into yours too, Brother Sorrow. And I'll enjoy every second of it. The question is, are you still with me?
Remove your mask.
Of course.
Do you recognize him, Tharael?
No.
Yes, Tharael. Letho. His procedure went a little differently. His original body died at the exact moment I conducted the transfer. I believe that this is the reason for his lack of humanity. But at the same time, his condition seems to protect him from the estrangement. Unlike Sister Pride and yourself, he still shows no symptoms, and I doubt he ever will.
You're alive. That's not possible. That's just not possible.
It's pointless, Tharael. He's not the boy you once knew. I'm sorry.
No, that's not true. Please. Hello, it's me. It's me. Tharael.
What are your orders, Father? Shall I kill them?
Well, I suppose that is their decision to make. I am not the monster you think I am, Tharael. I hope you can finally see that. And I'm ready to... So, Tharael. You can't outrun your foe. You can't outrun your... So more illusions!
No, what have I done? What have I done?
You disappoint me, Tharael. Anger has always been your biggest weakness. Now look at what you've done.
What? But we...
Do you really think 400 years taught me so little? Are we all here?
Yes, Father.
Good. Relaine, the time has come. Liberation awaits us.
And you are certain you want to let them live?
Yes, existence is punishment enough.
They are gone. Gone. I don't know. All for nothing. All for nothing. How should I know? Maybe they did. Or maybe the temple devoured them. And we'll never know. We did. The Father achieved his goal. I learned that I'm one of his creations. A deceased soul in a body made from artificial flesh. And I killed my brother, who I thought was dead. Letho. I killed Letho. Yes, I do. I know. The children. He didn't give a damn about them. If there hadn't been ones who were dying, he would have just abducted healthy ones. And even as it is, nobody has the right to do what he did. To So just look at Evo. The only person I ever loved. He turned him into a living piece of meat. Into a puppet. Sometimes it's better to die than to live. I don't know. Maybe. But I know that he was right about me. All of this, my crusade against him, it wasn't about the children. It wasn't about justice. It was about having something to fill that deep black hole within me. To feed that nothingness. All for the lines I was willing to cross. I'm no better than him. You saw who I am. That mercenary woman up in the temple. I murdered. Carlion. But that's not even the worst of it. "7 years ago, when I had just joined the Relata, an old man saw me as I smuggled documents from within the temple into my hideout. I was stupid enough to wear my robes as I did it. It was so pointless. There was no way he could have known what those documents were. And he probably thought the old warehouse was just another one of the Relata stash houses. But I panicked. Thought that he would blow my cover, so I followed him back into his shed. He had a son, younger than I, and a wife. I still dream of that night to this day. All for the greater good, I told myself. All for the death of the father. Familiar words. You said the same about Carlion, didn't you? I don't know. The only person who was important to me is dead. So, why keep going? What for? You helped me. It's funny, I never even got the feeling that you even like me. But even if you mean it, no, I don't have the strength anymore. All of this, I'm just tired. I'm so goddamn tired. Here, there's an old chest in my hideout. Everything of worth that I own is in there. You can have it. I'm sorry.